Have you ever wondered why movies look so different from TV shows, video games, or videos you see here on this app? The secret lies in something called frame rate. Hollywood has been using 24 frames per second for nearly 100 years. And today, I'm going to tell you why this magical number creates that cinematic look we all love. These next 10-15 seconds is the most boring part, but there's a method to the madness. Let me explain. We're going to start off with how our eyes work. There's something called persistence of vision, which means our brains can take a series of still images and blend them into a smooth motion when shown quickly enough. At 24 frames per second, the human eye perceives continuous movement without it feeling too fast or choppy. It's the perfect balance for storytelling. Here's where it gets interesting. Movies shot at 24 frames per second have a slight motion blur that feels natural to us, because that's what we're used to seeing. This blur adds emotion and depth, making scenes feel more immersive. Higher frame rates, like 60 frames per second, are smooth but can feel too real, almost like watching like a soap opera or a camcorder recording. That's why Hollywood sticks to 24 frames per second for that dreamy cinematic vibe. But why exactly 24 frames? Back in the early days of film, silent movies were shot at lower frame rates around 60 to 18 frames per second to save on film stock costs. Film was always expensive. All of that changed when sound was introduced in the 1920s. Filmmakers needed a consistent frame rate for syncing audio. They settled on 24 frames per second because that was the slowest frame rate they could use to sync audio with it. Anything slower and the sound was not going to sync. It was the best speed for syncing sound, fast enough for smooth motion, and slow enough to keep production costs manageable. Another reason filmmakers love 24 frames per second is its practicality. It's easy to work with in the editing table because it divides evenly into time increments. 12 frames is half a second, 6 frames is a quarter second, and so on. This makes cutting scenes and syncing sound more efficient. So there you have it. Hollywood uses 24 frames because it strikes the perfect balance between human perception, cinematic storytelling, and practical filmmaking. It's not just a number. It's an art form that has helped the way we experience movies for nearly a century. So what do you guys think about Hollywood sticking to 24 frames? Do you prefer the cinematic look or something smoother like a higher frame rate? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow movie buffs. Stay creative, everyone.